Hey everyone, welcome back to QC Comics with, of course, another action figure unboxing video. And today it is the Black Series Jet Trooper from Star Wars Battlefront 2 Gaming Greats, the figure that broke me. So, before I get into why this figure just killed an aspect of my collecting, you got your artwork on the side there. You've got your information here. So, pretty cool, right? Yeah, so it's a Stormtrooper, and he's got some royal blue, a little red splashed in there. Looking pretty good, right? Yeah, pretty good. Or I said Stormtrooper, Clone Trooper. Clone, right? Yeah, it's Clone. Sorry. I've had this figure for months. And I've just been putting it off. I pre-ordered it, and it was the final pre-order of the Gaming Greats line. Up until this point, I had every single Gaming Greats figure. I bought them all. And then I got this, and I got to the register, and my total was like 30 bucks. And I thought, whoa, 30 bucks? Is that right? Sorry, just knocked the camera there. And yeah. So I know a lot of figures have gone up in price. I get that. It's kind of unavoidable. People have made videos and complained or, explained why they think this or that. I will say again, you want to get rid of plastic. Like, why put this in there? Doesn't make any sense. So this one, at least he's got, okay, so he's got the jetpack, unlike the Rocket Trooper, which did not come with a rocket launcher. That was strange. So this figure looks good. And I'm sure it articulates pretty well. I'm sure I'm not going to have a lot of complaints there. And here is the standard sidearm there. So, I'll just set that off to the side. The jetpack does look pretty cool. Again, I like this kind of royal blue. Paint applications are all, well, I'm so used to saying pretty clean with Black Series that I get to this, and it kind of looks like it was colored here with a marker. So that's disappointing. Yeah. I was going to say pretty clean, but no, not so much. Not a huge deal. I mean, if you're doing it for photography, you're not going to notice that, and if it's standing on your shelf, you're probably not going to notice it. But let's take a look at the paint applications on the Trooper himself here. And the helmet, yeah, well, looks pretty good. Yeah, and everything here on the body is, it's a Trooper, so as long as the colors are where they're supposed to be, and I can't really speak to the accuracy of the color scheme here with the game. It's been a while since I played as one of these characters in Battlefront 2, so I'd really have to pull it up on the screen and look. However, he does move, I think, just about like most troopers. So you've got some pretty good articulation on this guy. So I think you'd be able to pose him up real well. Yeah. Sorry, just kind of going quiet because I'm collecting my thoughts here. I know I shouldn't do that, but head swivels around. I'm going to pose him up, give my final thoughts and grade, and not to be like, clickbaity, but, then the reason why this figure kind of killed it for me. Okay, so here's about the part where I usually say posed up, ready to go. However, I have him leaning forward like this, not even because of the weight of the jetpack, but because the way the feet hit right here, I can't push them back any further to get him to stand without crunching him forward. Which, I guess he's in a rocket ready position, kind of. I don't know. Not like a huge deal, but just quickly to get into the grade part of it before I do my final thoughts. To me, I've given other troopers that are just perfectly fine and everything's applied cleanly as far as paint goes and detail. I've given other troopers, I think like 7 and 0.5. And for me, this is kind of a big deal. I hate when figures can't stand without having to really put them in an awkward position. And the paint isn't really that clean. And yeah, it's a 6 for me. It's a 6 out of 10. I think for most people, though, you'll be happy to add this to your shelf. And if you're a big fan of Battlefront 2 like I was, and maybe you played as this rank more often, maybe this is something you're really happy to have and you completely disagree with me. I will say, though, this price point of $28 for this is really disappointing. I don't know how else to say it. I can make an exception for a character I really like, or a one-off, you know, like if it's Fennec Shand or Boba Fett or the Mandalorian, and even those aren't at this price point. They might be at GameStop. But for those, it's like, okay, I'm going to buy that character and then it's kind of one and done. For a trooper, I don't see why this trooper, with all this reuse plastic, with simple paint applications, with, you know, nothing new really, as far as I can tell. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe somebody can say, oh, well, that's new, or they added this or that. It doesn't seem like there's that much effort into this, that this should be a $30 figure. And maybe you picked it up at your GameStop and it was not that price. Maybe your GameStop is cheaper. I, however, took a look at all the upcoming Gaming Greats figures. They are all that price. They are all $28. And as much as I want to keep the line going and I want to keep buying Gaming Greats, because it's an interesting line. I like that it's figures that normally wouldn't get made. They're popping out of video games. I love the line, but for after tax, $29 and change, that's too much. Especially for, you know, like we got the Wookiee from KOTOR, and then, gosh, I think there's another one out now, and all of the Rogue One figures are all $30 at GameStop. And they got flooded. It used to be you go into GameStop and you pick up a figure and you come back the next day and the Black Series is cleared out. And it's just been bought, and people went in and it was like, oh, they got new figures, buy, and they're gone. Now, my GameStop cannot get rid of them because nobody wants to buy them at this price. For $30? I mean, I've gone to, you can probably see in my videos, I don't know if they'll get as many views, but I've gone to buying TVC because they're smaller, which is nice. I can have more space and, you know, not run out of shelf space for my collection as fast. But also because they're $12, $13, $14, and these are upwards of $30. I don't know. I just can't do it. If these come back down, if the Gaming Greats figures come back down to like that $22.99, I can do that. If it's a figure I want, I might even make an exception and say, hey, I'll get this figure because it's part of the line and I want it just for that reason. I might pay the $23, but I'm not paying $30. So I did not pre-order any more Gaming Greats figures, and I'm not picking up the Rogue Ones. And my local Walmarts and Targets, they hardly ever have anything. And GameStop was like my one last place that I could go and find good figures on a consistent basis. And the prices have just gone way up. So, and they don't carry any TVC at mine, at least. So do let me know. Is your GameStop shooting way up in price? Do they kind of have the same selection as like what I'm describing? Or maybe yours is completely different and they're more towards retail. They haven't gone above 23 and you get a better variety at yours. Let me know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just a little bitter, but I could not believe when I bought this, and then it's literally just been sitting here for like a month and a half. I just have had no desire to open this figure. So, a little bit of a bummer. Not my usual video, but let me know if you agree with me. Let me know if you completely disagree with me. Or if you just watched the video and just said, whatever. That's cool too. I appreciate you watching. So, I should have more videos coming up later in the week, so keep an eye out for those. Again, thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Take care. We'll see you next time.